I know I said 8 o'clock. I lied. Um, I was going to be joined by Greg. He's not feeling too well. We were going to give him some time to maybe see if he can feel like he can go. Well, he can't. So y'all keep Greg in your prayers. Let me change his background. Oh my goodness. All of this movement is crazy. You're probably wondering, because I know I am. Fred, why are y'all doing basketball awards so late? Funny story about that. I've just been busy, to be honest with you. I know y'all saw us on here last night with our new partner in crime, Terrence Hayes. Um, we've been working on a lot of stuff behind the screen. Obviously, we had the All Star game that was crazy. The plan was to do the awards before the All Star game. Well, I'll be honest with you, that was hectic getting that done. So that just kind of slipped my mind. It sounds crazy, but it happens. So then the plan was to do it at the basketball game. Well, that wasn't happening. There were a lot of moving variables with that one. So then the plan was, all right, well, when I get home, I'll do it then. Well, I got busy and it just didn't get, done. So here we are with the first annual Fresh Off the Clock basketball award show, Southern West Virginia and Southwest Virginia as well. Don't worry, we're doing the baseball and softball one as well. With that being said, I'm gonna let some people get in here. We're doing it old school. If anyone watched the football award ceremony, I said the same thing. I was trying to do a slideshow. For some reason, my third party streaming equipment is not letting me load in the slide that I did build. So I just went in, made a quick video with all of the graphics, and we're gonna watch this puppy off a straight media player. There's some obvious ones. There's some not so obvious ones. Before we get too deep into it, thank you to all of the coaches and all of the media who did turn in their ballots. I appreciate y'all's help. We obviously did vote on these awards as well, but this is straight from the horses' mouths, as in the coaches and as in the medias and a few refs on who they believe were coach of the year, player of the year, defensive player of the year, and freshman of the year. And that is for both boys and girls on both sides of the states. Before we get this thing launched, I'm gonna pull out my phone and I'm gonna go share the stream real quick. Make sure that the title carried over correctly, because sometimes it does not post. It did. All right. Cool. Cool. If y'all would, while you're here, go ahead and share the stream. Let everyone know that we are here. Um, I'll put a little mountain on it. And first things first, is it possible without our friends? As you see right here, shout out to Culture Grill and Cantina, Bill Cole Bluefield, First Community Bank, and Goodson Supermarket. Those are our main sponsors for each sides of the state, but also Twitch. Shout out to P&H Builders. They're one of our podcast sponsors. Um, love those guys too. So if y'all are ready, I'm ready. I'm gonna get the comments pulled up. uh, I know you might not agree with us. That's the beautiful part about doing this. So without further ado, on a beautiful Saturday night, Sunday night, had a great time at church this morning. Um, let's get into it. So I believe what we have first, the West Virginia boys. Drum roll, please. Coach of the Year. The first award we're giving out is, y'all forgive me for being a little bit tacky with it, for real now. Coach of the Year for the boys, Ronnie Olson. I'll be posting these graphics after too, just so you know. This is just the award show to find out who's doing what live, because obviously it looks a little crazy with the pause. You can't enjoy the full beauty of the graphic. But yeah, no, Coach Ronnie Olson, man, guy deserves the award, and all of his peers think it too. Um, Thought they were going to go back to back, coming off of a state championship. He led a very good Shady Springs team, done exactly what we thought they were going to do and what they were supposed to do. He has some dogs with him too. That's a very much well disciplined team. We had Coach Olson on. Um, Great guy, and when you talk to him, you can tell that that team they got to 20 wins for a good reason. They made it upstate, fell to a good nitro team, but everybody agrees that Ronnie Olson was the West Virginia boys coach of the year. But don't worry, because he is not the only Shady Spring Tiger on this list. Boys player of the year, Captain Jack Williams, first team All State, first team All Fresh off the clock. Um, Young man's ending a legendary career. Cannot wait to see where he goes to play college ball. Honestly, Jack Williams, this is a surprise to nobody. And like I said, this is picked by the area's coaches, media, and a few others. Lights out, right? First team All State in AAA means something. He was the best. He was the best player on the best team. Back-to-back winners of the Boys Player of the Year award from Shady Spring last year. Amar Maxwell won it. He's up at Glenville State tearing it up. This young man can do it all. He's a walking 20 points, but also he can run the floor. He can go grab some boards. Um, Beautiful year from him. Honestly, some great basketball was played. Jack Williams, you are our Boys Player of the Year. Next, don't worry, we got another dog coming to you. Bank Defensive Player of the Year, hailing from Woodrow Wilson. Jalen, as Grid loves to call him, Dub Dub Walton. The young man's a monster. Absolute menace, cleaning the glass, swatting stuff out the gym, man. If you're coming into the paint, you're gonna know that Jalen Walton was there. Hard nosed, tough, physical guy. First team All State in 4A, which is that speaks for itself. Was a presence on offense, but was also, I mean, just dominant on defense. You're gonna have some bruises after you play Woodrow Wilson, especially them big boys for real. That guy's physical, he's handsy. Um, he ran away with his award. So for one, just shout out to him. Congratulations to him, and cannot wait to see where he goes to play college ball. Next up, I believe this will be the boys, West Virginia freshman of the year from Wyoming East, Talon Mascari. Listen, if you didn't know that this young man was a freshman, you wouldn't know that this young man was a freshman. He was part of a very well coached Wyoming East team. Went upstate, got shifty. Right, they almost went on that run. A young man. All of those, all of the local reporters done a great job of really providing that upstate coverage. That stuff matters to me, man. When you get upstate, what's happening? And he put on a clinic with the brightest lights, brighter than the ring light I have right here, for real. That man deserves it. Wyoming East is in great hands for the next couple of years with him. Brock Johnson, Zach Fox. That team's going to be set. But Taylor Muscari is only going to get better. And I cannot wait to see him really just flourish into a great basketball player, an even better basketball player. Um, Average 14 points a game. I mean, really, young man deserves it. So now, get over to the girls. Boom. Back at Wyoming East, girls coach of the year, voted on by his peers, Coach Ryan Davidson of your Wyoming East Lady Warriors. Give him a round of applause as well. They're as good as they do come, man. That's a well disciplined, hard fought team. They're coached extremely well. He has some killers with him. Abby Baker and Cadence Blackburn were bid for him this year, going 14-5, losing to James Monroe in the tournament. What was it, 44-50? Um, but yeah, hey, shout out to Coach Davidson. Like I said, very much a disciplined team, plays good fundamental basketball, can hang with the best of them, and can bang with the best of them. So this was no surprise to see the other coaches and so forth vote him as the girls' coach of the year. Boom. This was the close one right here. This was the one that was wide open, to be honest with you. Girls' player of the year. From James Monroe down there in Linside, Maddie Borowski. Let's give her a round of applause. A true killer going up to West Virginia Tech. Um, got to watch her live at the fresh off the clock All Star Senior game. She's a killer, bro, for real. It was just a total war between her and Cadence Blackburn. I'm sitting there tallying. Cadence gets a 1 or 2 lead. Then you come back, Maddie's right back there too. Honestly, close race. It could have ended up being Co. And we're gonna get into a Co Player of the Year, getting into the next award here. But Maddie's gonna go to WV Tech, work her way onto the floor quick. She was an absolute killer, man, for real. Legendary high school career, and the Golden Bears got him a good one. She won Girls Player of the Year for good reason, and like I said, this is voted on by your peers. So this she deserves every bit of praise that she has been getting. Bang, bang, bang. I'm also a little sick too, so don't mind me. Girls Code Defensive Player of the Year. You're probably wondering, co-defensive player of the year? Yes, we had a tie. Asia Collins, dog. Anytime you talk to anyone surrounding Princeton basketball, she's one of the first names that they get brought up. She's handsy, she's rough, she can do everything. I believe, at a point she was leading them in rebounds, steals, assists, which don't have nothing to do with defense. But when it comes to defense, she'll pick the player up the entire floor, and it'll be any one of them at that too. So she's getting her flowers for real. She's a dog. You love to see it. She was also there playing in the All Star game. Energy, high motor, and like I said, the peers, the people that she played against, voted her along with this next girl right here. We go. Boom, from Greenbrier West, Maddie Fields was a very popular name on these ballots. Both of the girls, that just won Defensive Player of the Year too. They were both all area teams for this exact reason, man. Um, that Greenbrier West team was top of the state in steals. Maddie Fields was a big part of that, man, and she was a presence. Honestly, great athlete too. She's a even better softball player. But man, hey, shout out to her. She was a very popular name. Her peers put her into this spot, so it's our job to put some, light onto it. So, Miss Maddie Fields, congratulations on winning Girls Code Defensive Player of the Year. Two killers on defense, for real, man. Last but not least, this was the true runaway, the only like true unanimous. This is like the one that wasn't even close. Jalen Walton got a lot of area votes for Player of the Year as well. Um, but this is one right here. Um, that was just a blowout. Bingo from Woodrow Wilson, girls freshman of the year, Zoe Williams averaged a double double in 4A. Think had a season high of like 29 points. Absolute baller as a freshman in 4A for real. That team's losing Josie Cross. She's graduating. You can expect Zoe Williams to be a big piece of what that team does moving forward for the next 3 years, because they have a true hooper on that team for real. When I sent out these ballots without hesitation, everybody was like freshman of the year, Zoe Williams. So right there, Zoe, congratulations on having a great year. Cannot wait for you to play in our All Star game here in 3, because that's probably where you're heading, and that's to the top for real. So I believe that is the West Virginia out the way. We're going to kind of storm through this. It is a Sunday night. I've had some late lives lately. Been busy. I do got my Mount View March on too. Shout out to the folks there. But West Virginia, right there it is. Let's do a quick recap. So for the boys, if you're just now joining, Coach of the Year, Ronnie Olson from Shady Spring. Player of the Year, area MVP went to Jack Williams of Shady Spring. Defensive Player of the Year, Jalen Walton of Woodrow Wilson. Freshman of the Year went to Taylor Muscaria of Wyoming East. And then on the girls, Coach of the Year, Ryan Davidson from Wyoming East. Coach Mann over from James Monroe got a few votes there too. Player of the Year, Maddie Baroshi from James Monroe. Regardless, those two awards was either going to Wyoming East or they were going to James Monroe and nowhere else. I will say though for player of the year, Addie Smith from Mingo Central, she had a few votes as well. The 3-point dead eye. Then co-defensive player of the year, the only tie we had on any of the four brackets was Asia Collins from Princeton and Maddie Fields from Greenbrier West. And then freshman of the year, as you see where we are paused, Zoe Williams from Woodrow Wilson. Y'all, let's give it up for him. The future is obviously in great hands, but the present has been in some fantastic hands. I believe everybody that won something outside of the freshman of the year were seniors. So there's some big shoes that have to be filled. And there is no doubt about it, man. You've been seeing a lot of stuff about how the youth of the talent in this area is insane. So no doubt about it, man. We're in for some good basketball next year too. Now, getting over there into Virginia. Let's see where I forgot what order I put these in. If you're just now joining, go ahead and share the stream for us if you don't mind. And also, while I'm here, um, West Virginia basketball awards brought to us by Bill Cole Bluefield right there in Green Valley. Shout out to Bill Cole, man. They're big fans of us, and we're big fans of them too. So if you want to take advantage of the pre-tariff pricing, go ask for my dog Chris Bivens. Now, getting into Virginia. So I wasn't able to get my slide to load into my. I had a slideshow built that I couldn't get. I couldn't load into my third-party streaming app, and so we just went old school with it. We're on to the media player. So I'm just pressing and pausing. Don't worry though. The graphics go up after this. Um, while I'm here, I'll probably announce the Virginia Baseball Player of the Week at the end because I do want to keep this centered around basketball so we can let basketball rest. Like I said, we're getting to this a little bit late. Um, there was a bunch of stuff to tally up to. Let me tell you, I was working, but let's get into the other side of the state line. Boom. SWVA Girls Coach of the Year, George with Doug Campbell. Shout out to Coach Doug Campbell. We had him on here. Dude's an Eagles fan. He had my vote. Just hey, go Birds, man. No, but great guy. Uh, fun group of girls. You can tell that they love him like he's a dad. 27-3. Went through the Ranger. They beat a really good home nature team, man. Whoever won that game was winning that state championship. Nothing against Buffalo Gap, but he was a very. It was between him and then Coach Robbins from Central Wise, where that was kind of the race there. But also a big shout out to my guy D Roy from Graham too. But Doug Campbell, girls coach of the year, Coach Campbell, congratulations, man. You really earned it. You really earned it. State championship. At that point, that should put you up for everything, right? And that team, man, they had to beat a super good J.I. Burton team. I'm not sure if that's the game Azzy Hammons got hurt in or if it was before, but they have Sarah Williams too. Super, just like they had to go through the ringer, bro. Like when we get into the boys side, we're gonna talk about it some, but this Georgia with the girls team, true, tried and tested for real. Next up, girls player of the year. This is one of the layups everyone knew was happening. Dude, this picture is hard. What? From Central Wise, the Warriors, the legendary, arguably one of the greatest, not arguably, what? One of the greatest athletes to ever grace the mountains of SWVA, Emma McCamus. Congratulations. Um, I mean, she's going to Eastern Tennessee to play basketball for a good reason. Legendary, just athlete as a whole. She's a record setter in basketball. She's a record setter in volleyball. And this was one I don't think no other girl had a vote for a girls player of the year for Virginia besides Emma. So Emma, congratulations. You can just maybe just put this graphic with the other 18 trophies you have received this offseason. Because if you follow Virginia sports, you know who she is, and she is an absolute killer for real. A walking bucket, man. So congratulations to her as she goes on to continue her athletic career at the Division One level. Next up, boom, Ansley Trevette. Right there we go. Another. I mean, she was the Class 3 Player of the Year. Absolute animal, a dog, whatever you want to call it. AJ Trevette went out there and was just a force to be reckoned with constantly, constantly. Um, Elena McNulty from Honaker did receive some votes too, but it did ultimately come down to Ansley Trevette from the Abington Flying Falcons. So congratulations to her on winning the Girls Defensive Player of the Year. An absolute force to be reckoned with in that paint. If you went in the paint, you knew that she was there. Believe me, dog. And for all you West Virginia folks, if you're watching this, go check out some of these Virginia cats, man. They got some hoopers. Hopefully, come out to the All Star games because there were some good games, some very good games. Next up, freshman of the year from Honaker, Juliana Former. Congratulations, young lady. You have cemented yourself on as just one of the young up and coming dogs. You were a popular name amongst your peers, and for that, you have earned yourself a spot in immortality. I mean, she was a big piece of a super good Honaker team. So and she learned from two dogs, Callie Miller and then McNulty. They're both going to be graduating. Um, so she has some big shoes to fill. But something tells me that she's going to be all right for real. So you can expect some big things from her for real. And then next up, the boys. Two The school won two state championships. Todd Baker from Graham had quite a bit of votes too. So this was a little bit of a closer race, but ultimately Coach Tony Dunford did pull away in the end. Coach Dunford, congratulations, dude. I feel like I've known this guy for years. Great guy, I love him. We've had him on here twice now. Really, he was the coach of the Virginia boys at our All Star game. Which, by the way, shout out to him and just everybody else who were able to help us out to make that happen. Uh, I missed my ad read. These SWVA awards are brought to you by First Community Bank and then Goodson Supermarket stores in Welch and Oceana. Um, Shout out to our sponsors there. But from George With, the boys, coach of the year, Coach Tony Dunford. Appreciate you, Coach. Real quick, he led that George With team to 26-4. Every win in the postseason was by plus 30. He had the Class 1 Player of the Year, Reed Kartner. He had a bunch of off-state players, some dogs. This team's still in great hands. I'm excited to see if they can go back to back, for real, man. I believe they went the year before, so they were able to punch it in this year and really send a special senior class on out. So next up, boom, 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 defensive player of the year, Blake Graham. Congratulations to this young man who was the just stalwart for an insanely good Graham basketball team. Um, Get a lot of those big schools that they had some headbutting with, man. Blake Graham was their vote. Yeah, outstanding basketball player, scared of nobody. He'll guard one through five, and he'll do it with pride. I believe Coach Baker, when we had him on, kind of talked about how he would have to, I won't say force him to want to go score, but this young man loves just the grit of the game, right? He loves to just pick up whoever, go after big names. He's for it. Well respected amongst the entire area as a just defensive monster. Um, Quick hands, scrappy, high motor. You kind of notice a trend with these traits when you look at these defensive players of the year, what they are, just outright dogs for real. big reason that Graham went on the crazy run that they did. And I mean, they gave John Marshall their closest state championship game in years, and that's a big reason because of this man right here. So shout out to Blake Graham for real, man. Obviously, all the people that you see on these lists were all area selections for these exact reasons. Keep it rolling. Boom, boys, freshman of the year, Owen Jackson from Fort Chiswell. Um, he had a great year, made all state as a freshman. In Virginia specifically, that's hard because there's a lot of talent. It was between him and Ian Haynes from Central Wise. Owen ended up pulling away from that one. This is a young man that you can expect going to be a popular name when it comes to basketball season for the next 3 years. But between him and Haynes, this area is in great hands. Believe me that for real. And then the one we all been waiting for. Who was it that won the Virginia Boys Player of the Year? It could either get super interesting or it could be the obvious layup answer. Let's see. Boom. Your SWVA Boys Player of the Year, Markel Ray. Forgive me, I'm a little tired, man. I've been working on these graphics and whatnot. I think this one was another runaway, to be honest with you. Markel stepped up on the biggest stage against the biggest of the Goliaths that private schools have to offer. Um, a nationally ranked team, and the announcers were raving. And I mean, that's something else. I'm bringing it back up, dude. It was a great time. The All-Star game. Markel Ray for Virginia was the best player on the court when he was on the court, man. And they have some killers, dude. We have some real hoopers out there. Markel Ray was the best one. Dare I say, between both teams, man. Like, I mean, for real. This young man, if you ain't never watched him play live or just go watch his highlights, dude, he's quick, he's twitchy, you can't guard him. The defense, right, for someone of his, frame, um, bro, that guy's scrappy too, man. This isn't best offensive player. Defense is a big reason probably why he won this award. And like I said, this is voted on by his peers. Maybe not. Maybe we add players into this next year. I don't know. We'll talk about that. You feel me? But dude was deserving of it every single bit of the way. I mean, legendary career comes to an end. Would have loved for him to just kind of get over the John Marshall hump there. But I mean, he's almost speechless, man. For real, can't say just enough nice things about this young man. He's an absolute professional too. But when it comes to playing basketball, bro, I would hate for him to be on the opposing team. For real. Um, honestly, absolute killer. So that wraps it up. Just to recap real quick, the Virginia Awards for the Virginia girls. Coach of the Year, Doug Campbell from George Wythe, led them to a state championship. Coach, congratulations. And the Eagles won a Super Bowl. That's a crazy fan run. Player of the Year from Central Wise, Emma McCamus, the legend. Defensive Player of the Year, Ainsley Trevette from Abington. Freshman of the Year, Juliana Farmer from Homeacre. Those four teams I just named, those people from, were four of the teams that you saw all year long. So these were just consistent, laid out throughout the entire season, just straight dominance. And then over here for the boys, Coach of the Year from also George with Coach Tony Dunford, were just one of the greatest postseason runs you've seen of a public school in a while. Every postseason win was 30 plus. Defensive Player of the Year, hailing Graham. They did pick up two of them. Blake Graham from Graham, Freshman of the Year. Owen Jackson from Fort Chiswell made the All-State list. That is a name to keep an eye out peeled for, to have some big stuff coming to him. And then Player of the Year is Markel Ray. I'm excited to see where Markel goes to college. He's going to work his way onto a floor quick. And that young man, he's going to do some great things. So, y'all, I appreciate everybody. If you would, give this a share. I might even let this cultivate some, you feel me, and post the graphics tomorrow. And for those of you who are still here, I'll go ahead and drop that baseball and softball players of the week for you on the Virginia side. West Virginia's coming too. Um, Let me find it real quick. I have it written down. Hilarious. So for softball, drum roll, please. Somebody. Kylie Dance from Chill Howie. Congratulations. Had a big week with some big wins. Now I will be posting those graphics probably tonight, potentially tonight. If you can't tell, I'm sick too, by the way, so forgive me if I sound a little stuffy. And then from baseball, the young man from Union, Cameron Bishop, is your player of the week. Congratulations to both of those young athletes as well. I appreciate everybody who stopped in. I don't know if I'm getting cooked in the comments. I'm gonna go peep it real quick to see if I am. But let me see. And that's kind of that. So y'all, I appreciate y'all. Like I said, go give us a follow. We got a big week coming up. We're kind of just getting back into the heat of it. You feel me? Y'all keep Greg in your prayers. He was supposed to join us tonight. Well, he's sick. And you know who else is sick? Cody. You know who else is sick? Myself. Everybody said right now is just that time of the year, where it goes from cold to warm, then back to cold and back to warm. But big shout out to, man, expect some stuff coming from us and Terrence Hayes with the mental food chain. We should have some stuff dropping this week as well. And while I'm here as a little flyer, the fresh off the clock, second annual 7-on-7 and lineman camp will be held in Oak Hill this year, in Oak Hill, West Virginia. So please come on up. We got some schools coming. Obviously, Oak Hill gonna be there. I believe Mount View should be coming. We're gonna have Mingo Central there this year too. There's gonna be some talent. There's gonna be some comp. The best part is it's all going to be free. So come on out, stop you. We'll have Culture Grill and Canteen, the food truck there too. Uh, at that All Star game, y'all went crazy. And while I'm here too, as like my last hurrah for basketball, pretty much. Thank you, everybody, man. That basketball game was so surreal. It kind of opened my eyes some to this stuff, man. Like it's just a little bit deeper than just doing it for Facebook, man. Like it felt real in that moment. You get what I'm saying? Like seeing the kids have fun and just hearing the thank yous. I hugged at least 100 people, man. That's probably how I got sick. Shout out to Bluefield State too, man. We had the gym packed out for both of the games. Um, it was surreal, man. The talent that was there. A few kids didn't show up. Speaking about being sick, Ethan Collins got sick from Central Wise. Was really wanting to see him play. I believe the Virginia boys did win, which was insane. Shout out to Trey Rainey for stepping in, where the Virginia High guys they didn't show up either. So Trey Rainey, we have a jersey for you. The dude just stepped right in there, man. So hey, shout out to him. Shout out to really everybody, man. Like it was just so cool to just kind of just see this talent gathered on one. Sorry, there was a bug. To see all that talent gathered on the court at the same time was surreal. The 3-point contest too was super fun. The boys was intense, dude. I thought Kyrie's Hughes was going to catch Britt Beasley when he got hot. It got close, man, for real. Shout out to John Surratt from WVVA too, man. And just also, dude, Virginia Tech was there. Plot twist. They were there scouting over there on the Virginia side. I believe West Virginia Tech was there. Southwest was there. Obviously, both of the Bluefields was there. I won't give out the details, but scholarships were offered at our All Star game. That right there says that like we're doing it. So please just continue to have patience with us. Honestly, thank y'all for real. I mean, we've been doing this a year and 8 months, and at this point, I'm able to go live and do an award show and then put up some decent numbers. Man, that means something to us for real. We're going to continue to grow. Um, Baseball and softball all-star games should be coming too. That's going to be a lot of footwork to put in, but at least now I gave myself some time to do it. So uh, we'll get into the date stuff, but those should be happening. So June 14th, it's put into cement, 7-on-7 at Oak Hill High School. I expect y'all to. I want to see more fans than last year. And at Princeton, we had a good show out for real. Um, the lineman camp this year should be right beside the field too, so it'll be cool. Dude, something that I always loved was watching my team do the camp up at Concord, where we had the lineman camp at. You could always watch your team do the 7-ons too, man. Great time. Um, Come out, get you a t-shirt, get you some good Mexican food, and just enjoy some good competitive football because it's coming. Um, so yeah, I'll probably just kind of rest for the night, man. I'm sick and I'm tired too, so I'll probably put player of the week scrapped up tomorrow morning. Put these up tomorrow some time. Let this cultivate. Please give it a share. Give us a follow as we're on the road to 20,000, which is surreal to say, man. For real, y'all gotta realize, dude. I'm just like a college dropout that just started to kind of dabble into sports. And now we created this monster. I don't got 10 years background or anything behind me. I just really love sports. I was a kid in this area that enjoyed sports. And now the Lord's blessed us with a platform to just kind of have fun with it and just kind of there's been too many feel good moments with this stuff, man, for real. So as much as we hear thank you, I want to tell y'all for real thank you. I've been on here for 6 minutes now, just saying thank you pretty much. So for real, that all-star game was nuts. We've done so much at this point. We have so much more in store. If y'all didn't watch the live last night where we introduced our partnership with Terrence Hayes and the Mental Food Chain, we're going to do some big things with him. But after football season, we should be doing a West Virginia versus Virginia senior all-star football game too, and that's going to be insane. So stay tuned. I appreciate the support. Like I said, go give us a like, go give us a follow, and give this video a share. And you'll be hearing from us soon. And man, hey, pray for the team, man. We're all sick right now, for real. Cody's been sick for a week. I'm just now getting past it. So yeah, appreciate y'all.